Now, first of all, I do want to let y'all know that for the next couple of episodes forward, and eventually, and I get it, but I'm not stopping for sure. No man, no woman is meant to be alone at all. Period. I'm not gonna come on here and try to cap or anything like that, saying that all men think this way.
Well, I have a question and a statement for you. First of all, sir, um, I forgot the statement, but my question is so you've never loved two women before at the same time?
No, not my whole entire life. No, I never cheated a day before my life.
I ain't asked you about cheating. I'm just saying, just in the dating phase.
Man, he,
Okay,
he,
I
he,
remember my
he,
statement
he,
now.
he's online. He got to say that. I
I
don't believe that.
remember my statement now. I'm gonna let him come. I'm gonna let him live. I think I remember my statement. What was it? I forgot again. Damn it. Come
Sometimes the stuff that comes out of your head, it's not beneficial at all. You do realize that this whole scenario that you're mentioning about, you do realize that it is just about impossible. It's more like a unicorn fairy tale. Like say for example,
It's not
where
possible.
my no, like where my one daughter's telling me a fairy tale story that
Right.
it sounds great. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it just doesn't exist. Many modern day women, they'll literally throw out their accolades and stuff as well. They'll throw out their accolades, saying, I have this, I have that. What do you have? I done went to school. I done got a bachelor's degree. I done got a master's degree. I done got all these different things. What do you have? Oh, that's a 9 to 5 job? Child. I have to be like real strategic with my networking now. And I have to like really just sit down and just really just vet people.
And just for a record, this is what we would call baby mama drama.
Absolutely.
It's not just exclusive to one race or one particular group.
As y'all could clearly see. As y'all can clearly see.
Urban, tell me what was the win. Tell me because a win in these verses is different for everybody's win. What is your thing that you think that they got the win for?
Terrence Howard.
Bye. I'm up in this line.
They shut it down with that. To be cycled through the system. They're not gonna have no type of guidance, no type of support. Then also in the worst case scenarios that they end up developing mental behaviors or mental disorders, which make the situation worse, and which in turn they end up becoming adults, and hence this is where we get people who are sociopaths, psychopaths, chronic narcissists, and all these different other behaviors as well. Y'all know the topic. The topic is talking about women being master manipulators, which this is true. Women are master manipulators. And you keep saying that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna change this, I'm gonna change that. But yet and still, you have not did it yet. Why? Why? What's the holdup? What is the holdup? Today, on this Monday, on this Motivational Monday, it's time for Urban to give you some tough love. It's time for Urban to tell you to stop procrastinating. They literally correct fake news because they know that negative behavior sells. It's all part of psychology. They know that through the psychology of it all, they know that you as the viewer, you're gonna the first thing that's gonna come into your mind right now is that, hold up, why are they beefing? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna immediately gonna start investigating. You're gonna tune in and find out what is the beef about. It's all part of psychology.
I don't care how long it take to get an op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.
Well, hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome to the show tonight. I am the official urban therapist. Thank you so much for coming into on the House of Urban. Thank you so much. We're going to have a great discussion tonight. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have a great, interesting discussion tonight, y'all. I hope you're on Saturday, by the way. It's going pretty good. I hope if you had to work today, you got as much thing done as possible that is productive. If you're relaxing on Saturday, salute to you as well. Get as much relaxation as possible on this Saturday. Make sure that you're taking your mental break as well, because it's very needed, especially during the times that we're dealing with right now. So salute to that. And one last thing, I'm hoping that all y'all are staying hydrated, especially in this southern heat. So stay hydrated, take your mental breaks, and do all the things that you need to do to take care of yourself and take care of your family. All right. But thank y'all so much for tuning into this show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Joy, I do see you in the one chat real quick. Salute to you. Salute. Appreciate you tuning in. And everyone else who are watching in the bushes as well too. Appreciate you tuning in as well. So, like I stated on my show I did earlier today, right? I told y'all that I was going to come back and revisit this situation about this the overturning of Roe versus Wade, right? So the last show I did talking about this very topic, and I gave y'all my personal perspective about this. I told y'all that I was happy about the Roe versus Wade was being overturned for the simple fact that Roe versus Wade was pretty much outdated, absolutely outdated, and need to be reformed to fit the modern day culture. That was my stance on that. But something very, very interesting happened to me, right? I was on who panel I was? Oh, I was on Here for the Tea panel. Salute to on Here for the Tea, by the way. But I was on Here for the Tea panel, right? And when I was on Here for the Tea panel, we was having a discussion / debate about the Roe versus Wade overruling, right? It was me Here for Tea and dang, I forgot the other content creator now. I'm so sorry if I forgot about you, but in other words, it was two women and me. I'm the only guy on the panel, and so we was having this discussion about it. And y'all know how urban is, you know what I'm saying? I'm about that life. It don't matter if it's a whole team of me, another me and the crew stay gang with me, or I go solo dolo. It don't matter to me. I will pull up. So this particular show was no different when I want to pull up to Here for the Tea show talking about this Roe versus Wade overruling. The one ladies had mentioned something that was very, very interesting to me. They mentioned something that was very, very, very interesting to me. Now, while I was on the defense defending the overruling of Roe versus Wade, right? The other one lady who was on the panel, she had mentioned this. She has said something simple. She said, "Urban, when are they going to make men take birth control pills or take birth control, period?" I stopped and I thought about it. Thought about it some more. Thought about it one more time. And an epiphany came to me, right? I was like, you know what? That is a good question. When are men going to be held accountable with taking birth control? Very valid question. Very valid. Very valid question. So it had me really thinking about this, right? It had me really thinking about this a whole lot, about men taking birth control. Furthermore, it had me really thinking about why men birth control wasn't established within the same time as women in their birth control. The only birth control that we know as men that is effective in preventing pregnancy is a vasectomy. We know that. That is the one that we know of. But however, for women, there are several different options that women would do to prevent pregnancies. One is for them to want to take pill-based forms. Two is for them to want to take a injection. Three is for them to have a they call it an IVD device or something like that, injected into them. Four is for the woman to get her tubes tied. And notice within these different scenarios that I'm talking about, I have not mentioned nothing about condoms. I'm talking about straight birth control. So women have these different 4 methods of preventing pregnancy, right? While men only have one, and one only, and that is getting a vasectomy. So I start thinking about this long and hard, you know what I'm saying? Start really thinking about this. And my conclusion I start coming up with this is that if we are going to agree with Roe versus Wade, right? If we're going to agree with the overturning of Roe versus Wade and we're going to jump on this bandwagon, I believe that everything should be across the board. Meaning that, like I said in my last slide, what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Meaning that if a woman is required to take birth control or any of these type of methods other than having an abortion, why the hell men is not reciprocating and doing the same as that thing? It's an honest, valid question. Why? Now, fellas and men, I know that y'all thinking about this right now, and y'all probably hearing Urban. Y'all like, oh, hell, Urban is on this bullshit tonight. This nigga here. But nah, for real, it is a very valid question. Very valid. Some of y'all men, y'all probably thinking about this. Well, if we do want to have, if they do come up with any type of birth control for us, what about the side effects? What about the side effects? What is it going to do to us? So let me challenge y'all men on this, all right? So let me get this straight, all right? Men, so you mean to tell me that it's okay, it is okay for you to allow a woman, right? Preferably a woman that you love, right? So you're telling me that it is okay for you to allow that woman to take birth control pills, knowing good and well that birth control pills have hormonal side effects. Knowing good and well that they happen. Most of you men know that when women take on birth control pills or whatever, the biggest thing that gets cut off is their natural ability to have periods. Especially if they inject the UV device within them. Y'all know this. But yet it's still, y'all allow these women to do that, right? Knowing good and well they doing harm to their bodies. Knowing good and well there are side effects to this, but you accept that. Same thing with the plan B. Let's give them a plan B. Same thing, side effects. But we're good with that. We're okay with that. We're okay with that. We'll let a woman literally poison her body. We'll let a woman do that. But yet it's still, we say, especially if we say we care about them and we love them, or as some of these old beta male simps would say, there are queens, there are queens, there are queens. If they are your queens, right, why are you subject them to placing harm on their bodies like that? Let's talk about it. Let's have an honest discussion about this. Let's have some accountability about this. We would do this as men. Let them do that. We're not going to go out in the street and protest or nothing like that. We ain't going to do that. Because we're cool with that. And you want to know why we're cool with that, men? You want to know why we're cool with that? Because it fits with our personal narrative. It fits with our personal agenda, meaning that we don't have to be held accountable. We don't have to be held accountable for the procreation process. That's where it boils down to. That's why men will clap it on and let women take birth control, knowing good and well it's messing up their bodies. And y'all wonder too, Here's another thing too. Men, and you wonder why when a woman finally decide to get off birth control, right? You wonder why your seed has some type of genetic mutation happening to them. You wonder why. You wonder why a woman would go through the first trimester of her pregnancy, right? And next thing you know, she end up miscarriaging because through she being on birth control, starting being a teenager. I want y'all to picture this fella. She's started off as a teenager being on birth control. Do you know how long that is? She's a teenager on birth control. And then finally she get into a relationship. She end up getting married to this dude. Y'all want to have children together and you wondering why she can't produce children. She's up here miscarrying. Or the children end up being born and the children be born with some type of birth defect, which ranges from Down syndrome, which ranges to certain type of mental disorders, which ranges to some type of physical disorders. And y'all wonder that. But now what y'all do is that y'all go back and try to hold that woman accountable for that. Well, it's you now. I mean, let's be real. Let's have this accountability moment tonight, y'all. Let's have this accountability moment. Room shaker, I see you. Salute. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, let's have this accountability moment tonight. Let's talk about it. Every single day when a woman injects her body with that birth control, she is risking having a high risk pregnancy and everything. Every single time she does that. But yet it's still us as men, we're cool. Don't care. We don't care. So as I said, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So when is it going to be time for, and this is what the women are saying too, when is it going to be time for men to start being held accountable and taking birth control as well? So they won't be all in this capping and different things like that, right? They won't be in their feelings no more talking about a woman trapped them. Because if men were taking birth control, it'd be no way in the hell you get trapped. It'd be no way in the hell you get trapped. It'd be no way in the hell the woman would end up having a baby that you didn't want. And next thing you know, that woman would put you on child support. Because that's what it's about, right? It'll be no way in the hell that can happen because you're taking your birth control, right? Right? I mean, I'm just saying. But this is one hell of an introduction for Urban, huh? And I haven't even started yet, y'all. I haven't even started. But we honestly need to talk about this for real. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If we're surging out our women to do this, your so-called queen doing this, don't you think you need to take the same type of measures as well too, especially if you don't want to procreate with that woman? Don't you think it's about that time? And now keep in mind, that you men out there do not like using condoms. Let's keep it real. You don't. You men out there, y'all do not like using condoms because y'all want to get the whole feel of it all. You don't. You don't like using condoms. So would it make logical sense, right, man? Would it make logical sense since you're doing all that, right? Would it make logical sense for you as a man to start taking birth control pills or having any type of birth control, whether it's the pills, whether you're getting injected, or even implanting a UV device within, IV device, what they call it, right? IV device within you to prevent you from producing sperm. Would it be logical to do that? That way you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about none of that. You don't have to worry about if the woman just skip taking on pills. She try to trap you. She skip her monthly pill dosage. You don't have to worry about that because you're still on yours, right? So would it make logical sense to do that? I'll be honest, I think it would. It would prevent a lot of stuff. It would prevent a whole lot of stuff. So let's dive into this. Urban has taken the liberty to actually do some research about men and birth control. And guess what I done found out? Let me show you. Let's do this thing. According to WebMD, right, it states his term, 8 options in the pipeline, meaning that this is something that they're working on right now for male birth control. Chef, what's up with it, bro? Salute to you, homie. But these are some options that they're working on right now for male birth control. So let's talk about it. Now, according to this article on WebMD, it says this current birth control options for men. Besides abstinence for sex, which when we know obviously no man in hell is not going to practice abstinence in sex. This is not going to happen. I don't even know why they put this in here because I know they ain't going to do it. But the current available birth control for men are only condoms and, of course, the vasectomy. Condoms are a burial method, meaning that condoms can prevent the semen, which is contained in the sperm, from reaching the egg to fertilize it. It's a burial method, but however, this method is not 100%. It is about 99.999999999%. But it's not 100% because anything could happen with them condoms. A woman could be up in her feelings. She can punch a hole in the condom and get it to you. And next thing you know, oopsie. Y'all could be in the heat of the moment. And next thing you know, she said, baby, I just want to feel you without the condom. Come on. And she snatched that mug off and you so in the heat of the moment, you don't care, and you slide that thing on in there. Then oopsie. Anything can happen. I'm just saying. Even though this article say vasectomy is a permanent surgical male birth control, which prevents sperm made by testes from reaching the penis, I want to tell y'all this. Even a vasectomy isn't 100%. There have been many cases that I researched where a man has gotten a woman pregnant, even after receiving a vasectomy. Even after receiving a vasectomy. I'm just saying. So here are some of these methods that they're coming up with, all right, for the men. I honestly believe, and once again, I'm not no conspiracy theorist or anything like that, you know what I mean? But however, I believe this whole thing about this Roe versus Wade and all this stuff is leading to this, meaning that this is something that they've been planning on doing, but they've been testing it to see how accurate it is. They've been trying to do this. They've been trying to control procreation. They've been trying to do that. But here it is. Other methods available. The withdrawal method is not a reliable birth control. It has high failure rate. Like I said, the withdrawal method meaning that a man practice abstinence. A man is not going to practice abstinence. Let's be real. A man is not going to practice no abstinence. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Women have a variety of birth control methods. Research is underway to find new kinds of male birth control. The two main directions of research are, first of all, a hormonal male birth control, meaning a synthetic hormone that can safely and effectively stop sperm production. And a non-hormonal male birth control, meaning other methods can prevent healthy sperm from reaching a woman's vagina. All right. Now, here's some of the birth control requirements. Any birth control method must be dependable with very few intended pregnancies and reversible. Some compounds like glycol and tropylid are effective but can cause permanent sperm reduction. Permanent sperm reduction. Now, some of the men, y'all looking right now, and y'all like, hold up, Urban. Hold up. Permanent sperm reduction. What if I want to have a kid? Same thing about the woman. What if she want to have a kid and she's using birth control, knowing that these birth control methods have these side effects that's going to ultimately that's going to cause her to have birth defects where she won't no longer be able to produce an egg. I'm just saying. Some of these important factors for male birth control are dependable and quickly reversible, few mild side effects, no affected libido, easy to take or use, easy access, and they say it's affordable too. Now, the first one is talking about the testosterone injections. This hormone prevention the release of the predatory hormones that tells the testes to produce sperm. Weekly or monthly injections reduce sperm counts and prevent pregnancy. These hormonal birth control injections have side effects, as they should. Injection sites could cause pain, acne, weight gain, abdominal, blood, lipid levels, and psychological effects. Don't this sound exactly what a woman go through if she go through the injections? If she get the injections or she takes the birth control pill. Isn't this not the same thing what a woman go through, right? I'm just saying. Study also show that the testosterone alone is not as effective as combination with progesterone, a hormone like progesterone, right? This gel, the second one is hormonal contraceptive gel. This gel you apply to your skin daily. It gets absorbed and prevents formation of sperm. This gel is named NEST/T. This gel is a combination of testosterone and testosterone. Testosterone is a progesterone like hormone that acts on the testes to stop sperm production. Testosterone is a male hormone and is included to retain libido. The third one is a hormonal combination injections. These injections combine hormones with long-lasting actions. I'm not going to even try to pronounce this word. They trip with all these darn words. But it's NETE. And TU is one example. These injections have been tried at 6-week and 8-week intervals. They greatly reduce sperm production. Side effects are local pain at the injection site, acne, muscle pain, and guess what? Mood swings. just like the women. Mad, what's up with it? Mad say it sounds like a setup to spread more diseases for lack of protecting themselves. Mad, you know that condoms do not prevent STDs, right? No, condoms do not prevent STDs, right? Just saying. It prevents you forget a woman getting pregnant, but it doesn't prevent STDs. You know that, right? You still can get a disease while wearing a condom. I'm just saying. So this one's talking about the testosterone plus. Whenever I say plus, you know that's some bull crap. But it is what it is. All right, so here's another long medical word. Gonadotropin released their hormone. They call it GnRH. Antagonists suppress the pituitary hormones that causes the testes produce sperms. They are very effective at suppressing sperm production. GnRH antagonists are expensive and requires frequent injections. Research for a long-acting preparation, Desigenlix, is happening now. And of course, number 5 is the hormonal male pill. Hormonal male birth control has been tried as much as injection. Oral testosterone forms are toxic and need several doses a day, which is not practical. This very long word, I'm not gonna even try, y'all. Is a new testosterone-like medicine. You can take it as a pill. It's effective at stopping sperm production. Side effects are, once again, weight gain, raised hemoglobin, blood lipo disturbances, meaning like some blood clot stuff. That's what I'm assuming that's what that is. Now, the non-hormonal contraceptive, RSUG, is a reversible inhibition of sperm under guidance. The vas deferens, right, are the tubes carrying sperms from the testes. Vasectomy works by cutting these tubes. RSUG is different and use a chemical injection into the vas deferens. This blocks the tubes and destroys any sperm that touches it. When you want to have children, your doctor washes out the blocking chemical with another chemical. God dang. That is crazy. And here it is. I know y'all been waiting on this, ladies. The man version of the IVD. The man version of the IVD. Similar method is the intravas device, IVD. Your doctor places this device inside the vas deferens. It filters the sperm out and prevents pregnancy. IVD is currently just a experimental technique with studies looking at its effectiveness and safety. Or, since some of y'all got the C vaccine, right? Let's get the birth control vaccine. Why not? Why not? Why not? Ipin is a protein found in sperm. A vaccine to target its protein has been successful in lessening sperm counts. Other potential for birth control vaccine are the G, N, or H, and the FSH. The birth control vaccine is not reversible in some men. This vaccine also needs frequent booster doses and is not fully dependable. So, fellas, what do you think? They are now coming up with all these different type of options for you to be on birth control. So what do y'all think? And every option that I read to you is the exact same thing a woman go through, depending on what option she choose. Every option that I just read to you is the exact same option that a woman goes through, depending on what she choose. So once again, like I stated earlier, what's good for the goose should be good for the gander, right? Meaning that if a woman have to go through this process of preventing pregnancies, she through birth control, and knowing good and well that it's causing all these different type of negative reaction to her body that is unnatural, the hell with it. Why not men are going through the same process? Why not men are going through the same situation? Why not men are choosing these options as well? Because this was what y'all want, right? Y'all want to be in relationships, right? Where you don't have to be worried about getting caught up, right? You want to be in these smash and dash type of situations where you don't have to worry about the woman trapping you, right? If that be the case, then why not go through the process of preventing it? Why not go through the process of taking your own birth control? Why not? Women do it. Now, just like I stated earlier, women been doing this since they've been teenagers. Teenagers. Women been doing this. Been on whatever type of birth control that they choose to be on. Since they've been this since teenagers. And I want y'all men to think real hard about that. But here we are as men, while women are screwing up their bodies, right? We over here as men, the only thing we do is have a condom if we decide to wear a condom. That's it. But we want the woman to be held accountable to everything. We want the woman to take the plan B. Why men can't have a plan A? A woman got a plan B. Why not a man can't have a plan A? I'm just saying. Why not? Because that's the issue, right? Even dealing with this situation with abortion and, all this stuff there where women are losing their right to choose. And here's another thing too. The only rights that women are technically losing, if you want to talk about it in a technical sense, is the right for you to kill a child or not. That's really what it boils down to, is a woman losing her right to decide if she wants to kill this child or not. Take this child's life or not. And I'm making it as dramatic as possible. We use the technical term or abortion. Abortion don't sound bad. But when Urban said the woman to have the right to kill a child or not, that sounds way worse, doesn't it? That's where it boils down to. So if that be the case, if a woman have a right to kill a child or not, if she had a right to kill a child or not, why not stop it all at the source? The main source is where? It's not the woman in the egg that's the main source. Not the woman in the egg with the main source. The main source is us, the men. It is impossible as hell for a woman to become pregnant without us. Because they need our sperm to become pregnant. They need it one way or the other. Well, if they going through a clinic and letting the clinic inject their eggs with a donor, or if they doing it the natural way, they need us to make it happen. So why not stop it at the source, which is the man? Why not stop it there? I mean, it'll make a logical sense, right? Especially if you're that man who you don't want to have no children. You want to be out here in these streets. You want to smash. You want to go on the conquest and smashing women in the United States, smashing women in Canada, Australia, Africa, the Middle East, around the world. If that's your conquest, then I think you should have some options behind that. So you don't have to worry about all that, right? Then the furthermore thing is this, man. Furthermore thing is this. This puts you in the game, right? Because here's another argument, right? There are some men out there who didn't want to have an abortion, right? And their argument was that, well, we didn't get the right to choose. The woman choose. The woman had choose that. So to prevent all that, men, you now have the right to choose. You do. If you think about it. Men, you do have the right to choose. If you choose to participate and have a male birth control, you are exercising your right to choose. I mean, you are. You're exercising your right to choose. Regardless if that woman decide to choose to take birth control or not. Now, don't this sound more balanced out? Instead of crying and being up in your feelings, talking about, the women always have this going on. When you have that right too. You have that option as well too. I mean, if that be the case, why not exercise it? Why not exercise it? I'm just saying. Now, Mad says some of them are already infected with disease, especially if they made in overseas, they recycle their condoms. Be true. Yeah, I see it. Fat chat is blocking your fast. Yeah, you got fat chat there, bro. I'm like, what the hell? So I like, okay. All right, but most of the women did just cause and with no research. That's true also. It's a generation thing. When they mama said, hey, you need to get you some birth control. You're going to be out here in these streets. You need to get you some birth control. Guess what? They did it. Yep, they absolutely did it. Other women did it because they knew about it and they didn't want to have no children, so they did it. Because also, keep in mind, back in the day, right? Back in the day, it was frowned upon. Once again, it was frowned upon for a woman to have a child out of wedlock. It was frowned upon for a woman to have a child out of wedlock, meaning that she was not married. It was frowned upon that. They made that a huge issue. They made it a huge deal. They made a woman feel so bad, that the woman was like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. I'm getting on birth control. Woman had to hear that from her parents. Woman go to church on Sunday, and here go the pastor. This nigga here, the pastor, sitting up here talking about this. It's a sin. It's a sin for you to have a baby without being married. It ain't nowhere in the goddamn Bible that says that, but they be making stuff up as they go. It's a sin for you to fornicate and have a babies without being married. But that thing ain't nowhere in that Bible will say that. But making it up. And make that woman feel bad. Do a whole hour and 30-minute long sermon talking about that. Making that woman feel bad. Because she decided to have having a baby. And she have a baby out of wedlock. These niggas. Preacher dudes. Then sit up here encourage these women to be on birth control. That's the kicker part about it. And the even more kicker part about this is that the very thing that they're doing, the very thing they're encouraging for a woman to do, it goes against their biblical principles. It goes against their biblical principles in that Bible. The Bible said that your Bible is a temple. The Bible talks about in the Old and New Testament, talking about how the way you should take care of your body. It talks about how a man should take care of his body and how way a woman should take care of her body. Now, if you are endorsing, you say you're a preacher and all that stuff there, and you're endorsing saying that women should be on these birth controls, knowing the way it does harm to their body, you're a hypocrite to that Bible that you believe in. Let's talk about it. Let's be real. You're a hypocrite to the very Bible that you believe in. You are. You absolutely are. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's be real. Let's be real about it. So, man, he says how it will affect the kids, boys and girls when they get older. They're crippling genetics and DNA is what I'm trying to say. They're trying to attack both ends, which ultimately, yeah. Ultimately, I agree with that, Matt. I agree. Because that's why I'm saying that at the end of the day, that's probably what the overall agenda is to cause genocide. But it's not in a way that we be thinking that it is. You know what I'm saying? Like genocide for us, exterminated a whole race by people killing each other and all this stuff there. No, the new form of genocide is using psychological things against people to convince them that this psychological negative thing is beneficial. That's the true genocide. This psychological thing that we're trying to sell you is beneficial for you. Playing mind games, manipulating. And so therefore, people will see it as being beneficial and they'll get on it. Both men and women. And creating the all extermination of their kind. Extermination of their own kind, which is humanity. But then, like I say, we do it because the bigger issue is that we don't want to deal with a certain woman that we become pregnant, that get pregnant. We do it, women do it because they don't want to deal with these old Negroes out here, these old beta male simps out here. And everybody wants to be loose out there in the streets. Everybody wants to thus experience only and only and only and only just the feel and the pleasure of procreation, but don't want to be held accountable for the intimacy and the connection and everything else that follows along with procreating. We just want the we want all the fun, but not the responsibility behind it. We don't want to be held accountable for our actions. We want to enjoy the heat of the moment. And that's it. It's kind of crazy. It's like we want to do all these different things and stuff, right? Like for us, like travel or buy these certain things, but at the same time, we don't take accountability of the stuff that matters the most, which is taking care of your financial obligations, making sure that you have a home, making sure that the home is being paid on, making sure that the utility is paid on. Instead of doing all that, we decide that we want to take vacations and let bills be due and all this other dumb stuff. That situation, same exact situation as this right now. Us going around being loose on the streets. Same situation. Just want the pleasure, but not the responsibility. Nor take accountability as well. So we rely on Big Daddy government, as usual, to bail us out. Bail us out for our own destruction. You know they ain't gonna care. Like, no, I don't care. As long as we making money, let's do it. And hence, this is where we're at right now. This is where we're at right now. But yeah, yeah, good comment, Matt. Now he says this 100 years from now, they won't have brain cells messing around with science. Yep, true. We can't take care of our bodies because we don't control no food source. That's kind of true, man, but that's kind of not true. I'm gonna have to agree to disagree on that. It's like part of it, I agree with you on that. The other part of it is a accountability moment, which that is us. That's because there are all these food sources around us that surround us. At the end of the day, we choose what we put into our bodies. Same thing with this birth control stuff. We choose what we put into our bodies. We choose that. They may manipulate us. They may use psychological methods and try to convince you, like I stated earlier. They may use these these different methods to show you that it's beneficial to you, knowing good and well it's not. They may do that, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your choice if you want to choose that. Now, you don't have to want to go to no Burger King, bro. You don't have to go to no McDonald's, eat at McDonald's every day. I don't care if it's the only thing within a 10-mile radius of your house. You don't have to go there. You could take the extra step. You could take the extra step of taking care of yourself, eating right, eating properly. Make sure you're following by certain type of dietary things that's going to sustain not only you but your family. You can do that. That is your choice. You can do that. And they're not holding you from doing that. They may make more quote unquote organic stuff more expensive. I give them that. But at the end of the day, it is your choice to choose whether if you want to do that or not. It is your choice what you decide to put into your body. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. But so the question is, men, are y'all going to do this, or y'all going to go ahead and embark on this journey of taking birth control? Furthermore, let's look at this in a futuristic perspective, right? Furthermore, probably not this generation, probably not the next generation, but the probably beginning of the generation after that. I guarantee that male birth control is going to be on the market, available, just like for these women taking birth control. I guarantee it's going to be available. And I guarantee that generation is going to be taking it. They're going to be advertising. They're going to endorse it. You're going to see ads on BET with different various artists promoting this and everything. I guarantee it. I guarantee it's going to happen. I guarantee it. So, men, are you willing to take it? If you say yes, then it is what it is. If you say no, and you're very adamant about you saying no, then why in the hell are you allowing your quote unquote queen to take birth control, knowing good and well it is effing up her body? Why? Let's be held accountable for that. Like I say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So let's be held accountable for that. And we're allowing it. We're not saying nothing about it. We're not going out in the street protesting against that. No more birth control because it's messing up a woman's body. Why are we not saying that? Why are we not doing that? I'm just saying. So, just as now that's a woman have the right to choose, fellas, now you have the right to choose as well. Now the question is, what are you going to choose? And you know good and well, men, that when we make decisions, we don't make decisions based on solely how the way we feel are solely on our emotions, unless we just a beta male simp. But if we're real men, we make decisions not based solely on our emotions, but we base our decisions on logic and truth. What would be the best course action? So my question to you is this: is what are you going to choose? What are you going to choose to do? What are you going to choose? So, appreciate y'all tuning into this show. Hope I gave y'all a different perspective about this. Fellas, start taking your birth control pills. And stop crying about these women when they don't take their birth control pills. Because if you take yours and she didn't take hers, guess what's going to happen? No baby. Just saying.
I don't care how long it take to get a op back. All my niggas outside, steak, bitch, we out back.